On Saturday in the scrimmage, well, as a whole, I think the offense can get a lot better. Some of that was us, some of that wasn't, but as a whole, as a team, I think we came out today and performed much better. I think we competed harder. Our guys had more energy, and they led better. So we might have messed up more today as a whole. We might have thrown more picks or whatever it was, but we competed and we got after it today too. So it was a better day overall.
What happened during the scrimmage then? What were you not satisfied with? Who were you satisfied with?
Well, I mean, I'm satisfied with all my guys, but at the same time, there's a difference between just doing what you're supposed to do and doing what you have to do. So we're learning what we got to do to win. Right now, some of the young guys like Jaren, Kosi, those guys are just figuring out, hey, on this play I gotta mic this guy and read this guy and throw it to that guy. Whereas, you know, Malik, we give a little bit more responsibility to, but at the same time, there's things we have to do to win that we're still learning how to do, as far as leadership and things that go along with just being an accurate passer.
John, Nikosi's been here now for, I guess, almost a year, I guess. How's he coming along, and where is he at in terms of being able to push Malik?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's definitely pushing Malik. Jaren Williams is pushing Malik. Cade's pushing Malik. Everybody's pushing Malik, you know? And Malik's pushing Malik. That's what's great. But Nikosi has done a great job. He's really learning it. And Malik said it a few times in all these interviews, but the kid's starting to understand what's going on around him a little more, to where he's not just going up there and saying down set hike and running a play. He's getting up there understanding what the defense is doing and maybe making some adjustments to get us in a better play. So he's learning to become a quarterback rather than just a guy back there throwing a football.
So what's the next step for him now?
Well, I think he's got to learn to be confident in the plays that he's making. He goes out there, and right now I think he's thinking, because he's learning these things, but he's still thinking a lot. We want him just to relax and play ball, because that's part of who he is when he goes out there and makes plays with his feet outside the pocket when a play breaks down, or even when he's standing in there, being able to rip a ball into type of windows and really trust himself and have faith in himself.
You guys have been big on Malik, being more of an accurate passer.
Yeah.
Through 2 weeks, where are you guys at with him with that?
Well, we're still working on it. There's always room for improvement, but some of it is us and some of it's other things. But we have to learn that when we got a perfect pocket, we got to trust it every single time. That's one thing we didn't do on Saturday, is they got to us a few times, all right? And I think it got to us mentally. So we were rushing throws. We were doing things that we don't normally do. We have to understand that the next pocket's going to be perfect, and we have to trust it, trust our line, trust our teammates, and then be able to stand in there and rip the ball when the opportunity presents itself.
When he does have a clean pocket, is he more accurate than last year?
Well, everybody's better when you have a clean pocket. If you got people in your face, you're not going to be as good. But when you have a nice, pretty pocket back there, and they do give it to us a lot, we just got to be able to take advantage of it when we have it.
How much of his game, like Coach, we were talking about, getting outside of the pocket too? It's got to be a lot of his game.
I don't say it's a lot of his game. It's a part of his game that he can bring to the table. It's not necessarily that we're designing plays for him to get outside the pocket more than anybody else, but when a play does break down, if the end does pinch inside and we do get leverage, he can make it a little bit nerve-wracking for a defensive coach once he gets out there, because he can take off and run for 20 or 25 like he did in the scrimmage, or he can sit back there and rip a ball 50 yards downfield on the run. So he's a talented guy when he's on the move.
Is there more changing his mentality when it comes to that, when he's sitting in the pocket? Or
no, he does a good job. He's just got to learn that when it's there, to be that guy, become a passer rather than just an athlete.
John, one of the things that you've talked about with Malik, and Malik has shared with us, is that you wanted to see him step up and be a little bit more of a leader, take more control and more command. Yeah. Have you seen that progress so far in spring from him, or how's he doing with it?
Well, we're all learning that our whole offense we're learning to be a player-led team. And I know TB said that a lot. We got to become a player-led team rather than a coach-led team. And right now we're still a little bit of a coach-led team. And some of that's because it's tough when everybody else knows you're battling for a job. Part of that is that, but at the same time, he's got to be able to go out there and not always be friendly to everybody every play. Be like, oh, that's my bad. No, get on to somebody and pick them up and then tell them they're going to be ready to go next time.
Do you think the competition aspect of this has anything to do with that? Like, if Malik knew he was the man, right?
No.
He would kind of stride in here and
no, because Malik treats it as if he's the man. He should treat it as the man, because he is the man. Until somebody takes it over, he is the man, and he knows that, and he's trying to act accordingly. So, I mean, I say that, but he's got to come out and be the man, you know, and that's what we're trying to do with the leadership. We're trying to get him to be the man and truly,
a better man.
Well, not necessarily a better man. He's got to become a better version of himself, yeah, but he doesn't need to necessarily become somebody else.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate